Up for sale from Redvale RV is this 2005 Volkswagen LT46 6-berth touring motorhome. This motorhome is ready to hit the road for the new owners with a brand new COF and a fresh service. Come with me as I give you a full video tour and a test drive. Thank you so much for watching. The purpose of this video is I'm going to give you a full video tour inside and out. And as noted before, we'll take it out for a test drive so we can show you what this thing's like on the road. This 2005 Volkswagen LT46 started its life as a rental. It's just over 6.5 meters long, end to end. So it's one of the more compact 6-berths you're going to find. It's travelled 294,000 kilometres. We've just taken it in and given it a brand new COF, and it's had a fresh engine service as well. So it is ready to hit the road for the new owners. Now, being 20 years old should I say, it is not new. So don't expect it to be, but it's in good condition for a camper of that age. As it is 20 years old and it has travelled 294,000 kilometres, it is being sold in as-is, where-is condition, but we can assure you it drives very well. And we've had it into our workshop to check all the appliances and do a moisture check to make sure that everything is working as it should be. And this motorhome is ready to go. Now, it does have quite a few accessories, which I'm going to get to throughout this video. I'll point them out. Such as that really nice two-lay awning there, which we've got rolled out on the side. Now we're going to start on the outside. I'll do a full condition report, and then we're going to jump on in. We'll go in and out of all of the areas, and then we're going to take it up the road for a test drive. Now, if we start on this side here, we do have some flat spots in the paint. Of course, being 20 years old, you've got to expect that. And there is a little bit of sun fading on our plastics here and there, but all in all, it's a straight motorhome. We have had the cab professionally buffed and polished, so the paintwork on the cab's actually come up really nicely. All the tyres are in good condition. In fact, the rear 4 are near new. It does have plastic bumpers which have, of course, scuff marks and bug splatters and things like that. Paintwork on the bonnet is good. There will be a few stone chips here and there. There is some bug splatter and things like that up the top there. It did have a chip in the windscreen, which was professionally repaired. I can't quite see where it was now, but there was one there that we had professionally repaired for the COF. We've got registration and current road user charges. They are all up to speed. And yes, this motorhome is self-contained on the blue certificate. If you want that upgraded to a green certificate, let us know. There are costs applying to get it changed to the green certificate. We're going to come around to this side here. A lot like the other side. It's nice and straight, but you do have some sun fading on paintwork and things like that. But check out that awning. That's a two-lay awning-mister. That's probably about a 3.6 metre long awning. That is not even out as far as it will go. It will go out even further than that. So it's an ideal place to set up camp, put your camp chairs out and things like that. We'll come around to the rear. We've got a really nice big window, rear window on this one. And we've got a 4-person bike rack on the back there as well. A little bit of sun fading, but all in all, really nothing of note. Right, so what are the appliances on this? The appliances on this are run off the LPG bottle. The LPG bottle lives in that locker there. And as we go along here, we have our toilet cassette locker. Our power lead stows away at that one. We fill it up with water in behind that one there. And we have 2 other storage lockers for various bits and bobs. Okay, we're just going to stick our head in the cab first before we go into the rear. All right, yes, we have a 20-year-old cabin in here. But all the seats are still in very good usable condition. A little bit of wear spots here and there, of course. Round to our dash. It does have a driver's airbag in this model here. It is the 5-speed manual, but we'll go over more about that when we test drive it. I will note that the radio in the cabin here, the speakers are horrific. So if you want to listen to music, I suggest you put new speakers in it, or you bring like a UE boom or something like that. And the air conditioning needs a regas. So you've got a nice warm heater or slightly cool breeze out of the front fan there. And yes, we do have an aftermarket reverse camera fitted to this to make it easier. Now, as noting on the cab, there are little bits and bobs of fisherline being put on it by the previous owner. Of course, being 20 years old, little tiny bits of rust have started to creep in here and there. That is just fisherline over what would have been a tiny little rust spot. And there's a few bits and bobs like that around the cab that I'll find for you, such as below the window here. You've put some rust kill on that. And you put a tiny bit of rust kill up here as well. But that is not structural. As I said, it's just gone through the COF. It just doesn't look the nicest. All right. Now let's head on in. Okay, this is one of the more compact 6 berths you're going to get, so you can just park it in a normal car park. So straight away we step into the dining area. You've got 4 seat belts in here, which are 3-point seat belts. And this area here becomes a double bed by folding that table down, and these squabs all fold down to make the mattress. You'll notice here we've got a DVD playing TV, which is nice and handy to keep the kids entertained. That is 12 volts, so it will work as you're driving along the road, so the kids have something to watch. Over to our kitchen, we've got a really nice long bench top over here. There is a glass fold down top there to give you even more bench space over your kitchen sink. On that note, the hot water system runs off LPG, so you have hot water even when you are not plugged into power. Down here we've got a 4-burner gas hob and a gas grill. Once upon a time there would have been a nice glass lid on that. There is no longer a glass lid. We can fit and supply a new glass lid. You need to allow about $250 if you want us to arrange that for you. We've got a range hood there, and of course there's 12-volt lighting throughout this camper. All of our controls up here for our fridge, hot water, water pump, and a battery test there as well. We've got storage all around the top. You'll find a few knobs missing here and there. Got the rear club lounge here. Now in the video, I'll put a little snippet in of that being made up as a double bed down there. And of course we've got storage below that as well. Going to swing around to our microwave. This microwave works when we're plugged into mains power, and we have an electric only heater down there as well. So you can camp in winter quite comfortably. We come down to our 12-volt fridge. One of the previous owners has handily left us some notes there. I will note that this motorhome has recently travelled the entire length of the country, and that was a trouble-free trip for the previous owners. And then behind here we have a combined shower and toilet with, look at that, a really nice towel drying rack there. That's cassette loo and shower. Now, of course, being 20 years old, it is not new in here. You're going to find wee marks and scuffs on items like that. You're more than welcome to come view this camper in person and, of course, take it out for test drive and or get a mechanical inspection. It is completely up to you. We're happy for you to do that. This is a really well-priced, ideal 6-berth motorhome. Now we'll start from the rear and we'll move forward at the marks and things that I may find. You'll see there is marks along cabinetry edges, because of course these are high wear zones. For the most part, these couch squabs are in good condition. They are sun faded. Your curtains are all working all the way around here. There are marks on wallboards where things have been rubbing in the past, and there are little bits of untidy paintwork here and there. Of course, the floor throughout this is blue vinyl, modern blue I think they call that, and that's all in good condition. But of course cabinetry edges have signs of wear. Okay, I'm going to step forward and show you this bed up here. Now we've got a double bed up the top here. We do have that ladder stowed up there. We'll show you a part of the video where you can put the ladder up, and there's this really nice cage there to stop the kids falling out of bed in the night. All right, I believe I've covered everything off. Now we'll take it out for a drive. I'll show you this thing in action. As promised, we're out for a test drive. Now this is running the 2.5 litre 5-cylinder turbo diesel. It quite comfortably sits at 90 kilometers an hour, which is the open road speed limit for a vehicle that weighs over 3,500 kilos. So on that note, this vehicle weighs 3,600 kilo. So it is on a COF. And of course we have just had a new COF done. It has just had a fresh engine service as well. Now we've got a really good visibility in this cabin because we have these monstrous wing mirrors on either side. It's highly specced with the very rear wind-up windows, and as mentioned, the cab air conditioning will need a regas. The engine is quiet and the transmission is an easy one to navigate through. Power wise, as I said, it's got ample power to quite comfortably cruise on the open road. Handling wise, most of the weight is down low, including the onboard tanks. So it is a little bit wallowy on the corners, but as I said, most of the weight is down the bottom. Now at Red Vale RV, we specialise in selling motorhomes and caravans on behalf of their owners. So if you have a motorhome or caravan that needs to be sold, jump on our website www.redvalerv.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.
Are you looking at selling your caravan? Well, we can do all the work for you. Here at Red Vale RV, we have a busy yard where we sell over 20 caravans per month. We take photos as well as videos showing the inside and outside of your caravan, and then we advertise it nationwide. We sort all the stressful paperwork and find the right buyer so you can sit back and relax. It's as simple as that. Click on the link below or email us at admin@redvalerv.com.